let's start. We'll just make it a thing later. Bowling, clothes, and... Okay, we are beginning now. We're gonna watch a video. This has just happened on the 5th. Very recently this has happened, apparently. And now we will watch a video about a big event that has happened, a raiding by the police. I don't know much about this, so I'm just gonna start it and we'll comment as we go, okay? Okay.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services, pointing an assault rifle in my face.
Actually, know that how that feels? The circumstances were totally different, but this has actually happened to me before. So I definitely know how this sort of an event feels like. Maybe I will talk about it one day, about what happened to me, but we're not really for that now, so we'll just continue watching the video. All I will say is that I know how it feels to wake up with a rifle pointed at your face, okay? It's not a fun time. So I empathize. I have big empathy for how that feels.
At my home. I was told later that at 6 a.m. that morning, an email impersonating me was sent to every city councillor in the City of London, Ontario.
I'm not sure what TV, like, yeah, that is really terrifying. And the really terrifying thing is that when someone is against you, when you're a part of like a hated minority, people can just send emails in your name and the authorities will believe it and raid you. People can use those methods to sort of make your life very difficult, to make you have problems with the law, to hate crime you basically, you know? By hate crime you by using the authorities to do so.
Stating that I have an illegal firearm, that I killed my mother, and that I plan to go to City Hall and shoot every cisgender person I see.
So basically they just took it, like they didn't investigate, they just saw the thing and they just believed it. Do you know what that says? Do you know what that says about us? About our situation? To me it says a lie. To me it says that we are, to be honest, in a bit of a screwed up situation, that this could happen again. Like, to me, for example, this could happen.
I was shown the email while I was being interrogated in police custody. While the emails were riddled with grammatical errors and read more like something a troll would say than something I would sincerely say,
right?
The police took it seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, hello. Yeah. Well, I think even this on its own is very serious, you know, because this means this can potentially be used as a tool to harass people you don't like.
Not only that, the emails...
Fortunately, actually, no one knows where I am, so I feel this could not happen to me yet, but people have their twisted ways of getting information, so...
said my name was Clara Sorrenti, but also stated what my dead name was. It was an obvious attempt to make the police humiliate me.
Right.
During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name.
Right, of
I
course.
was booked in the station under my dead name. The police, when talking to my mother, referred to me as her son. This is despite the fact that I have run as both a member of parliament and a member of provincial parliament under my name, Clara Sorrenti. The fact that a fake email led to London police services booking me under my dead name reveals the
More so than the excuse of it being an urgent situation, this is mitigated by other facts. This is very bad that the authorities just dead named her and booked her in under her dead name, called her the Sun. This is really horrible. And this also shows what state the whole situation is in right now. This also speaks volumes about, I mean, Canada is supposed to be pretty. Am I wrong? Is Canada pro trans rights? Is Canada better on trans rights than the US? Like, am I wrong about this or am I mistaken? I assumed that Canada was a lot better on trans rights than the US, but it seems that I am gravely mistaken.
prejudice that many police have towards transgender people. This is despite the fact that the email contained my real name before ever even mentioning my dead name.
Right.
This is one of the property bags returned to me after I was released from custody. All of
Wow, what is this written? Like, it's not great, but it's better than the US. Okay. Because this seems really messed up that the police just uses your dead name just because a crazy email said the dead name. Let's keep this into let's take this into account that they only used the dead name because they had it written in the deranged email that caused all of this in the first place, that someone wrote in order to cause a hate crime on Keffals. And also, it could have ended much worse. Let's keep this in mind that an encounter with the police was actually very dangerous with the rifle and everything. Wildest part is that they booked her in under her. Yeah, exactly. And they did it because it was the name in the emails, you know? I don't see any other reason. That's the only reason. So this whole situation could have been potentially fatal, you know? And also this happened to add up to it.
of the property bags returned to me have Roberts written on them. Roberts was my last name until I legally changed my name first to Kaylee Sorrenti on January 25th, 2012, and then later.
Oh, so she changed her last name as well? I see. I mean, legit, one wrong action from her and my daughter. This was very bad. Yeah, I know. I've been in this situation, you know. I've been in the same side. I have been in this sort of situation when I woke up with a police rifle in my face. And I will talk about it one day, but, you know, I know. One bad move and they could potentially shoot you. Yeah, they could shoot you. With the passage of Bill C-16, history was made in June 2017 with both gender identity and gender expression now federally protected grounds in the Canadian Human Rights Act and the Criminal Code of Canada. Well, true, but I know that in the US, booking them under something that is in your legal name didn't be a good trend of mistrial. Yeah. Since June, all places within Canada explicitly within the Canadian Human Rights Act equal opportunity. Yeah, but well, you know, then why did the police do what they did? Misgender and dead name Keffals and book her under the dead name. Thing about that is there is not gonna be a trial because there was no crime. This was just humiliation. Right. Yeah. This is just really horrible situation, and we should really like. I think any trans creator should talk about this.
Later to Clara Sorrenti on March 7th, 2018, when I changed.
Okay. So the context is The context is that Keffals was basically someone sent to many places email that she has a gun, kill her mom, and wants to go out and kill a bunch of cis people. And she was raided by the police because someone sent fake emails saying that she will do it. And she got arrested, interrogated, arrested under her. The emails contain her dead name. She was arrested under her dead name, and then she was also referred to as her dead name all the time, you know? It could have been a fatal encounter, you know? The police could have very well, if something went wrong, she could have been very well killed, you know? Like, it's not out of the question if they were told that she's like violent and wants to kill people, that she's a gun and kill her mother. This could have ended really badly, you know?
Changed my name. I took my mother's maiden name.
Right.
My last name has not been Roberts in over 10 years.
Yeah, okay. See? And they only had the name because it was in the email. This is the only way that they, like...
The only reason that Roberts is on the property bags is because I was booked under my dead name.
See? It's just ridiculous. Like, this should not have happened at all.
Search warrant was issued, which I have a copy of here. They were looking
Search warrant. So they must have been looking for the gun that was mentioned in the email. Yeah, it could have been. Well, it already stated that she had a gun. That already is a lot, you know? Like, what if Keffals panicked? Like, what if Keffals panicked when she had like a rifle, like, and pointed at her? Like, this could have ended in her dying, and this could happen again. These sort of things could just repeat. They could just...
for a handgun,
Yeah.
ammunition,
Yeah.
cartridges, cleaning
Yeah.
tools, a gun case.
A gun case. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I really doubt they found the real culprit. Like, it was probably sent from some...
Cell phones, and computers. They seized both.
It could have very well been sent from many places at once, you know? It could have been from several locations. From some...
My personal and work phone, as well as the work computer that I
And now
brought.
you have VPNs, so the things could have had like being like the VPNs can say that you're sending this from like wherever, you know, in the world. Yeah, exactly.
Broadcast on Twitch from. Not only that, but the police seized my fiance's cell phones and laptop,
There we go.
as well as their external drive, which contained the only copy of their PhD thesis
There we
and other
go.
important university documents.
So basically, not only do they ruin her situation, but also her fiance's situation, her situation at university.
Because of the negligence of the police, we were both left functionally unemployed.
Right.
And I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones,
Right.
so our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened to us. After the police interrogated
Yeah, this is like, I'm not even sure. I think negligence is too delicate of a word in this case, you know. I think it's just a part of a broader... I really believe so. I think it's a broader part of a broader picture of how trans people are treated in general. I think so. What do you think? Do you think I'm overreacting, or do you think that I'm right? Like, I think this is just a part of the bigger picture of how trans people are treated in general. I believe this to be the case.
me and realized this is a situation that has happened to me before, I was released with no charges. Without
Right.
my devices, I could not let people close to me know what had happened to me, and they
Yeah,
were in the
of
dark
course.
for hours. Even after acquiring a new phone, I still cannot log into some of my accounts because
Right.
the London Police Service holds the phone that my two factor authentication goes
Right.
to. This same situation happened just over a week.
This is so messed up. Uh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Hmm.
Week ago, on Sunday, July 31st, in a city I don't live in, Toronto. On that day, I talked to Sergeant Nathan
Right.
Gibson after someone impersonating me made similar threats to Toronto politicians.
See? See? Like this is a thing that is will be used against us. And like the police, the authorities will react because this is how trans people are treated. This will happen. And this is why it's so important. I wish I knew more about law in their area. I know she have legal resources available in the US. Yeah, but the point is that this sort of thing shows exactly why we should really, really, really pull together and show solidarity, you know? This like the exact this is the exact time for us to sort of like I know that Demon Mama did or will do a stream about this as well. I saw it on her Discord.
Sergeant Gibson chalked it up to a swatting attempt.
Right.
I was not charged with a crime, nor was I named as a suspect in an investigation by the Toronto police. London Police Services should have been aware that this could happen.
Yeah.
In fact, my brother called London Police Services on March 27th.
Yeah, I saw that she's gonna stream about it because this is an important topic because this is horrible on two levels at least that it happened to Keffals and also on a broader trans community, I think, level. I do believe so.
In a conversation lasting 9 minutes and 16 seconds.
Because it's like, it's just another one of many, many things that are happening. And they aren't even like just happening in like the US. They are happening in Poland. Yes, they are happening in Poland. More and more transphobia is rising on a government level in Poland. And now these sort of things are happening like to Keffals here. Like this is not just that singular event. This is part of a bigger sort of chain of events, in my opinion.
To see if my family could be put on a no swatting list, only to be treated like we were wearing tinfoil hats and
Yeah,
completely dismissed. They told my brother things would be fine. They were wrong. Despite getting a
right.
search warrant to search my home and finding no guns, as well as my mother alive and well,
Right.
I am still a suspect in the investigation by London Police Services.
Investigation for what? For what? What investigation? A suspect of what? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Like, what is she being accused of exactly? What investigation? What is she being investigated on? Her mom is okay. Like, the email said that she killed her mom, that she had a gun and planned to uh, commit crimes against people with the gun. She has no gun. They found no gun. Mom is okay. So, what is she being a suspect of? What investigation? So, the only thing that happens to be fact is that she is trans, okay? And that's it. And that seems to be the treated like some sort of grounds for her to be under investigation just because she is trans and someone sent some fake emails. This is really ridiculous. She should be like cleared of all charges and the investigation should be led into who sent the fake emails. Because there's the fact that she did not send the emails is very easy to verify, I think.
My devices, including my fiance's hard drive that contains all of their
Still
important
confiscated? This is ridiculous.
PhD related documents, will not be returned to us before digital forensics analyzes them. This is a process my lawyer advised me could take months. Swatting is a crime.
Months!
Identity theft is a crime. And because it was
Yeah, exactly. Identity theft is a crime. That should be investigated. I predicted this backswing against LGBTQ plus rights years ago. It's a very loud and vocal conservative minority in the world that's mad things are changing to be more accepting. Yeah, and also keep in mind that from the LGBTQ, the trans minority in particular is the one being attacked most. You know, in Poland it has started as well. The leader of the party that's in charge of Poland is making rounds around the country, speaking, saying his snide little jokes to his fascistic voter base about how trans people are bad. Like, things are getting worse, which is why we really must pull together and be, well, solidarity is all I can say.
crime that was motivated by hatred against transgender people.
Right.
It was a hate crime
Yeah.
perpetrated against me.
Exactly.
Instead of the police helping me, they terrorized me and my loved ones.
Yeah, and what does it say? What does it say about this state of affairs if a victim of a hate crime gets terrorized because of what? I can only answer that in one way. Because she's trans. Of course. Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. You're absolutely right. Like, first they want to deprive trans people of all rights, and then it will be all the rest. Gay people, lesbian people, everyone. You know, like in Poland, the infamous Christian organization wants to go all the way. It wants to ban divorce. This is the end game. Banning things like divorce, you know?
Traumatizing me and leaving my fiance and I on the verge of losing everything.
Yeah.
They victimized me for being the victim of a hate crime.
Yeah. And what is their crime in their eyes? What is the thing that is being politicized recently? What are the laws on the books in many countries? What is the topic? Could it be? Could it be careful being trans? I wonder.
I need your help because I can't do this alone. I
We should help.
started a GoFundMe to move immediately, recoup my losses, and build a legal fund to protect my rights.
Right.
I have been subject to emotional damages, financial damages, blatant violations of the Human Rights Act, and discrimination on the basis of gender
Where is
identity and expression. I was also subject to unjust seizures, which not only affected my livelihood, but has severely disrupted the work that my fiance is doing in their doctorate program, and has the potential to impact whether or
I
not
think the fiance is doing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was sociology, right? Sociology. Yeah.
my fiance finishes their doctorate. Because there is no policy in my city against swatting,
Right.
there is no guarantee this will not happen again,
Right.
and my home is not safe. If you are a journalist or someone who works in media and you want to reach out to me for comment, you can reach me at inquiries@keffals.info. I'll leave all additional information and links in the description. I do not yet know when I'm going to be returning to broadcasting on Twitch. When I was woken up by police officers and saw the assault rifle pointed at me, I thought I was going to die. I feel traumatized. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah. I know how that feels. Okay. Let's just say that. I know how that feels.
What happened, and to ask for help so I can seek justice for what happened.
Although I must admit, I stayed a lot more calm when that sort of thing happened to me. I stayed a lot more calm. So,
on August 5th,
First of all, let's check out the GoFundMe. It is here. There is the video. Yeah, that is very horrible. I will actually share the GoFundMe here in the chat. This here. Boom. And as I've said, I think it's a broader, much broader movement to part of a broader movement against trans people. I honestly think that's the case. Like the response of the cops speaks volumes to me. And what situation, like when someone steals her identity, writes fictitious emails about committing some possible crimes, and the police just responds by treating her like a criminal, by arresting her, by seizing her property, dead naming her, arresting her under her dead name, repeatedly using her dead name, writing her dead surname on her possessions. This is like ridiculous, and it just shows how we are treated in society at large. And this is why today I am showing my solidarity. I am doing my bit. I am doing this stream. I am sharing the GoFundMe with all 10 of you. And let's do something. Okay? I'm not sure if I have a lot of money, but I might try to contribute something as well. And yeah, this is basically it. I'm not sure if I can add anything. This is all a bit much. What do you all think? What are your opinions? I would like to read some of your opinions on this whole thing. What do you think? Yeah, that's right. It's a really good thing. 30,000. Yeah. Someone gave 2,000. I think I will share this on Twitter as well. Let's see. I will put this on Twitter. Boom. I am putting this on Twitter. Checking if Twitter is safe, if there's nothing. But no, I don't think there's anything not safe for work on Twitter right now. Let's go. We're gonna share the GoFundMe. Yeah. Boom. GoFundMe. Gigglers. Let's all pull together and help. This is how you write her name, right? Keffals. This is how you write her name? I'm of me. Funny. Oh my god. Of me. Let's do this. It's true. Yeah, I still have to write this in my style, okay? Let's do this. It's true. Is this okay? Is this an okay? Do you approve of this? Do you approve of this? Of this tweet? I think this is a segment. What do you think? Yeah, that's because I say let's do this. Yeah, this is my style of writing it, you know? This is the special Lucy style. I write, let's do this, you know? Yeah, it does say let's do this. It's by design. It's a Lucy style. It's like when I say gigglers or gum 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 gum. Yeah, I write is like let's do this, you know? I write this in with an accent. I think the most important steps we can take are supporting voting for government entities that support human, social, and voting rights so we can change things even if we don't completely agree with their economic stances. Yes, yeah, I think so as well. And we need to organize. We need to organize. And all of you, while we're at it, speak about organizing because I would like to do some organizing as well. I would like to create a space on the Google card for us to organize. So my question is for you, are you on the Google card? Tweet, tweeting. Are you all on the Google card? Are you all part of the Google card army? And of course, since I'm gonna put my Discord here. And of course, since I've got a few of you here now, and I must tell you that I'm a bit I've got you all here, I will tell you that it would really be nice if you would also consider getting a coffee or a Patreon. Since I'm technically speaking, I have to speak like really loudly for it to be audible because I'm using a $10 microphone and I'm actually gathering funds to buy a workable microphone that's not a $10 one. Since I must admit, I am in a bit of a tight situation, you know. So consider this as well. If you would like to, to see Daki Lucy Haze get like a better microphone. You keep seeing ads? Oh no! Oh no! I said that consider giving Lucy a coffee or Patreon since Lucy has like a $10 microphone. So Lucy has to say speak really loudly because otherwise Lucy is really not loud and Lucy cannot be. A lot of the times Lucy seems really quiet because, you know, my mic is horrible and a $10 one. Okay? Okay, so let's see if anyone has made a video about Keffals. Let's see. Arrest. Let's see if there's anything. Demon Mama made a video. Upcoming. No, it's an upcoming stream. When is Demon Mama gonna be streaming? Live in 3 hours. Okay. So basically, I will repeat what happened. Keffals, someone has impersonated Keffals, sent a bunch of fake emails to different places saying that she has a gun, that she has killed her mom, and that she wants to go and kill any cis person that she sees on the street, okay? And so the police has treated those emails very, very seriously, raided her house, arrested her, took her into custody under her dead name, and then kept referring to her by her dead name. And her dead name, mind you, is it was provided in the email because her legal name is her current real name, okay, not her dead name. And then they also confiscated all of her equipment. They confiscated all of her computers. They confiscated her fiance's computers, and her fiance is writing her thesis on this computer that is still confiscated. She is still, even though, keep in mind, they have found no gun. Oh, well, thank you very much, Lady. Thank you very much for following. So keep in mind. Hello. You're speaking on this very important topic right now. So they have found no gun. They have found no evidence of her wanting to do any violence. Her mom is perfectly fine. And yet, by the police, she is still considered a suspect. She's still investigated, and all I can ask is, what is she being investigated for exactly? Okay. Thank you for joining this stream. So, what is she being investigated for? What is she being accused of? This is really, really ridiculous. The thing that should be investigated is who sent the emails. That's it. The investigation should be about the people that have stolen Keffal's identity and sent the emails, no one else. You know? And that's it. What are your opinions? What do you think, Rose? I'm trying to find. It is transphobia, of course. And I think it's not as I've been saying all this time, I don't think that I really don't believe that it's just an isolated thing. I think it's a part of a broader movement. I think it's a part of a broader trend. And I think it's just one of the many, many reasons why we should stick together, why we should show solidarity to each other across the world, across the borders, and we should do anything we can to support each other because it's getting harder and harder. Think about it. Someone stole a trans person's identity, sent a bunch of fake emails, and the person who is a victim of a hate crime, is treated by the police like a criminal, dead named, and even though all the evidence speaks to the contrary, is being still treated like a criminal. All her possessions are still being confiscated. Okay? And this is why, once again, because a new person has around here has arrived, once again we will share the GoFundMe to because I need your help because I can't do this alone. I started a GoFundMe after being victimized by the London Police Services for being the victim of a hate crime. I need to move immediately, recoup my losses, and to build a legal fund to protect my rights. I have been subject to emotional damages, financial damages, blatant violations of the Human Rights Act, and discrimination against me on the basis of gender identity and expression, which is true. She was being constantly misgendered, constantly dead named throughout the arrest. I was also subject to unjust seizures that only affected my livelihood. So all of her and her fiance's assets have been seized, but has severely disrupted the work my fiancé is doing in their doctorate program, which has the potential to impact whether or not my fiancé finishes their doctorate. Because there is no policy in my city against swatting, there is no guarantee this will not happen again, and my home is not safe. Yeah, this could happen again. Let's keep this in mind. And also, this could happen against other creators, such as me, for example. Should I get any bigger? I'm relatively safe for now because I'm far away, because I'm fairly small, and no one really knows me, but that could change. So, if the goal is met, I will have raised enough to recoup my losses and move immediately to a safe location. If the goal is exceeded, funds will be allocated to a legal fund to protect myself against ongoing and future threats to my safety. So yeah, this is basically it. How can somebody be misgendered in their name? The rights should be continued if they were real criminal. Those police people are coming. Yeah, because as I've said, in my opinion, this is part of a broader movement against trans people. Think about it. Laws are being put on the books around the world, actually, to limit trans people's rights. Politicians are using more and more hateful rhetoric against trans people. The so-called gender critical movements are getting more and more vocal. And now this. And now victims of crimes are being treated like criminals, dead named, and misgendered, and their property is being seized. Their partners are getting also affected by it in a negative way. Like in this case, Keffals' fiancé has had their doctorate stolen basically by the police. So, I don't know. It seems like before things are going to get better, they are going to get worse. And this is a really scary prospect. Which is why, once again, we must 1. Show solidarity to each other and show support to one another. 2. Organize and become more active politically in our respective countries. And of course, discuss among ourselves what we can do, how we can organize, how we can help each other, and what can be done. Okay? So yeah, these are my thoughts right now on basically what happened. Whew. I'm sure there's more that could be said, but I don't know. What do you think? I wonder, because this video has dropped a couple of hours ago, and I really wonder if there's been anything uh, anything no, I don't think anyone has done. Am I the first person to do anything on this topic? Am I actually the first person commenting on this? Like, do you know? Has anyone else commented on what has happened to Keffals? And if anyone has, do you have any, like, links that you can share with me? Let's see if there's anything on her, like, Twitter. I don't know. Nothing on her Twitter. So what do you think? What do you all think? Hmm? I'll go quickly to the toilet. I will also share my things since I'm actually pretty desperate myself. And I will be right back and then we will decide what to do next, okay? In 30 minutes I will have to do something else, but before that we will keep talking about this. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I am back. Uh, Events like this are what makes it hard for me to keep up with current events that aren't good for my mental health. That may be true, but sadly we must be brave because things are not gonna get better because before they get worse. And we as a community must consolidate, we must support each other, we must show solidarity, we must find ways to organize, we must find ways to become more active, we must um, find allies, we must work with our allies, and we must push for the betterment of our rights and situation overall. And also, we must, even if they are not perfect, we must, in my opinion, support the people that are on our side. I believe so, because there are voices that are saying that it's a um, you know, that it's an over-exaggeration, that trans people don't have it that bad, that it's not really going in as bad as as bad a direction as some people are saying. And no, things are actually really just escalating in a really bad direction. It's evident. It's evident by the laws that are being proposed. It's evident by the reaction of the police, like when a crime happens, it's evident, it's like I'm not sure what to even say anymore. Like, how many bad things have to happen before people start believing that bad things are actually happening? What will it take for people to start believing that things are just not good? You know? In many places in the world. And there are many people that just like Vosh saying that, um, and I think my mama is saying this as well. I'm pretty sure Keffals says this as well, that trans people are basically in many places like in a situation that Jewish people were before. And I don't think this is like some sort of a thing that's blown out of proportion. People like trans people are being pushed out of spaces, and there were laws on the books to ban social transition. The sports thing is still an ongoing mess, like um, laws. Politicians are starting to speak openly about reducing number of trans people, how trans people are a drain on society, and now this happens, and this just adds like in if it was if the situation of trans people was overall pretty okay, and this was an isolated incident, that would be one thing. But the fact that we have one bad thing after another bad thing after another bad thing, cascading, 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 cascading means that there is a trend. There is a trend, okay? There is a direction happening. And that means that we, as a group, simply must organize, must, we must become more organized. We must seek out allies. We must also help each other in any way we can, locally and internationally if must be. Okay? We must become a strong international movement. We must discuss this amongst each other. We must seek out other people. And I would like to, I've been thinking about it for some time now. And I would like to create such a space on my Discord as well for people to get to know what can they do, where can they go to start organizing, where can they go to get to know what laws are being on the books, etc. To be informed. Yeah, yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, we must get more educated, and we must also must, you know, organize, act. I would like to talk to a few people about how to organize such things. We must be informed about what things are headed our way when it comes to the legal level. There are many things that we must do. And I think that now is the time. Yeah, I we must do all our part. I think so. Phew, not now. So this has been a really,
Extent.
what is this? Oof. So how are we all feeling? How are we all feeling right now? It has been made before, but since prejudice and unawareness keeps pushing things behind. Yeah, well, there are a lot of. No, it's perfectly okay. We are actually facing a really difficult time now, so I think it's a little venting is okay, Giggler. I think it's okay. We must pull together and together fight for a better future. I believe so. And that's, yeah, we can all vent here. So that's a segment for us.